Hi everyone, we're from the Leo Club of Sunway University, and today we'll be teaching you guys how to crochet a kid's beanie. So first of all, we'll start off with the materials. To make this beanie, I'll be using 5-ply cotton yarn, a 5mm hook, and scissors. So this is the pattern of the beanie. Please take a few seconds to look at this pattern, and if you already know how to crochet, you may pause this page and follow this pattern to make your beanie. So right now, we'll get into the first step. First, we start off by making a slip stitch. I'll take my yarn and put my yarn tail in front of my hand. Put 2 fingers out, take the other side and then circle around my 2 fingers like this and make an X here. So it should be like that. For the next step, I'll take my hook, put it under my first yarn and pull my second strand of yarn through. This is my first stitch. To tighten it, I recommend pulling both sides and tightly like this. Make sure you don't pull too tight, if not it will be hard to crochet into it. So now that you have made your first slip stitch, to start with the chain, first take your hook, pull a yarn like this and yarn over your hook and pull through there. This will be your first chain. To make the second chain, I'll do the same thing, yarn over, pull through and done. So I repeat this for 34 more times to get 36 chains. So now that you have chained 36 times, your chain should look like this. Next, to start with the second row, I'll be making half double crochet. I'll take my yarn over and skip 2 chains here. Skip this first chain here and skip the second chain here, and I'll put my hook into the third chain here. For the half double crochet, I'll yarn over again, pull through and again pull through all 3 stitches there. So this is my first half double crochet. So to make the next half double crochet, again I will yarn over, put my hook through the next chain, yarn over, pull through, and now I have 3 stitches. Pull through my 3 stitches, so that's it. And you keep repeating this until the end of the row. Make sure to not skip any more chains for the rest of the row. So I'll meet you guys when we're done with the first half double crochet row. So now that we're done with the first half double crochet row, we start with the second row. To get the second row, first you chain 2, next I will yarn over, skips the chain I made, and afterwards I'll put my hook into the back loop of the first row. We will put our hook into the back loop only. This is so that we can make the rib pattern. So for the rest of the remaining stitches, we'll be doing the same thing. Yarn over, put my hook through the back loop only, pull through and pull through all, and repeat this until the end. So now that you complete this row, you just need to repeat this row until row 45. So I'll see you guys when you're at row 45. Okay, so now that you made 45 rows, your project should look like this right now. So for the last row, you fold up both ends like this and make sure to align the top and bottom row. You turn the project to face you. and put your hook into this first stitch over here. And then you will use your hook to pull through the yarn. So next, I'll repeat this as I make half double crochet until the end. So firstly, I'll take my yarn, half double crochet, yarn over, put my hook through both sides, and pull through, pull through. Once again, I'll yarn over, put my hook through the loop on this side, and put my hook through the other loop here on this side, and I'll repeat this until the last stitch. So now you're at the last stitch, you can kind of see the piece coming together. So for the last stitch here, we'll put the hook through both sides and make a slip stitch. Right now, to secure the ends, you start by cutting off the yarn attached to the ball. Here's my ball of yarn. Make sure to leave a long enough tail so that you can use it to complete the beanie. Your tail can be around 25 to 30 centimeters. So I'll cut mine here. Now I use this tail to sew it into our beanie and make the shape. Before that, remember to pull out your yarn. Make sure to flip your beanie inside out with your desired outer layer facing inside. So to make the top of the head, you first take your hook and put your hook into the second row from where our last stitch was. Here, and you pull the yarn tail through. The yarn has gone through. So we keep doing this until we reach the last row over here. I've gone through like a few rows. Remember, when you pull a yarn through the rows, make sure you alternate rows. For example, I start with the second row, so I do it for every 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th row until the last even row. If you have a needle, what you can do is take your needle, put it through this yarn here like that, and afterwards guide your needle up and down to alternate rows like this. So now you're at the final row, you have some yarn left and your yarn will have gone through the entire piece. So right now what you can do is hold the yarn tightly and pull. Pull as tight as you can to close the hole here. You can kind of see the shape forming already. To make it tighter and more secure, what you will do is sew in this tail. For me, I just put my needle and go through the whole entire round. To make it more secure, I'll pull it tightly again. You can do this for a few more rounds until you're happy with the security of your yarn. For me, I'll be doing another second round to make it tighter and more secure. After you tighten up, this will be the inside part of your beanie. I'll flip to show the outside part. We now have a small size beanie fit for a kid. Okay, so before we are finally done, what we need to do is weave in the yarn tail. To weave in, you can just sew it around to make it tight enough and tie some knots here. I think mine is already secure, so I proceed to take my scissors and cut off my remaining yarn tail. Make sure it's not too short and leave a little bit like this. You can flip your beanie over and this is how it looks like. So for this extra yarn here, I will do the same thing, just weave in and cut it. Thank you for watching.